Alright guys, this is video number 2, and it'll be the last one, I promise, for this week. The first one, I went through the assignment, so if you didn't watch that, you definitely need to watch that. And I went through the different examples that I have here. In this video, it's going to be a little shorter, I think, and I'm going to explain how to get started. I'm not going to do a demo because, like I said in the last video, I don't want you to feel like you have to do one certain thing or one certain way. But I am going to talk through some ways to get started. I'm also going to post photos of all of these. My camera froze. I'm going to post photos of all the examples, and I'm going to write underneath of them what their symbols were. So that you can really look at them a little bit closer, because I knew I kind of just flew through them last time. If you hear snoring, it's my bulldog Ruby. Let's see if I can get a image of her. There she is. She's so cute. I don't want any comments about how fat she is. We know. I'm just kidding. And if it felt like I killed my cat on the last video, I assure you he's fine. He's just being dramatic. If you have cats, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the best way to start this, first of all, is going to be to make sure that your piece of paper is a square and not a rectangle. Because a rectangle can't be divided up evenly, but a square can, right? So my square, the corners match up. And when these corners match up, right? So you can also cut your mandala into a circle, and some people chose to do that the last time we did this assignment, but a square is pretty easy. One way to make a square out of your paper is to take one corner, fold it up until you get a nice even line at the top. Fold there. And then cut off the excess here, or if you don't have scissors, you can do, I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but you can do the little trick where you fold it and you crease it really, really hard, and then you fold it back the other way, and then you can use water if you weren't trying to follow the CDC guidelines, or you can just lick the crease, fold it back, maybe do it one more time so that it's like damp there, and then you can put it on the edge. Let's see if I can get this on the edge of a table, and then you can just tear. Sometimes it works really well, other times you just destroy your paper, but it's worth trying, and then you have a square sheet of paper. So I'd like for you to use white paper if you have it. If you don't have white paper, you can use notebook paper. It would actually be pretty cool to see some with notebook paper, because I've never had any like that. And then you're going to want to start in the center. So how can you find the center? Well, you can either draw a line, a straight line from edge to edge and edge to edge, or, you know, you can fold it again. I know some people don't like folds in their paper. I am one of those people, so I get it if you don't want to do this. And then you have the center. So from there, it's just going to be how you want to start things. So this person started with a diamond in the center, and then they just kept working their way out, right? And they kept everything even. So it'd probably be good to draw yourself some guidelines to make sure everything stays even. You don't have to have a ruler for that. You can literally use like a sheet of paper and make marks. So let's see, if I were doing this one, and I'm like, okay, I want my big diamond's going to end there. Well, then I could put a little mark here, and I could rotate around, and I could put a little mark on my paper there. And I've rotated around, put a little mark on my paper here, etc., etc., and then I could connect those marks, and I would know that they would be completely even. Let me see. So a lot of people chose to start with kind of an organic shape in the middle. So this person started with some petal-like shapes coming out of the center, but notice that they all line up, they all end at the same point, right? So that makes it radially symmetrical. And then they drew out their like pie pieces. That could really help if you feel like you're having trouble with it. I do want to show this one. This one is not exactly symmetrical in the middle. It's a little bit more organic, but I think it looks really cool and I'm okay with it. Same for this stuff around the edge. It looks really good and it looks, you know, pretty symmetrical. I'm good with that. Let's see, this person started with the flower petals too. So that's how I would get started, and I would draw all of your bigger shapes first, and I would leave all this filling in for later. Or I guess you could start in the center and work your way out. Yeah. Also, if you'd rather do this on Chromebook, feel free. I don't know if anyone would rather use that, but you're welcome to. Okay, so what are you going to do inside here? So first of all, make sure you have your 5 symbols. So remember, this person, one of hers was the ocean, another one was family and friends, and that was what her chain was. But then she's got areas like this and like this that aren't symbols at all. They're just used to fill space. So what you can do in the spaces like this, anything really. If you get low on ideas though, I have a bunch of examples from something called Zentangles. You might know what that is. I'm going to take photos of these sheets of paper. I've got a lot. I'm going to run through them in just a second. But they could give you some ideas. So you could look at an image like this and think, ooh, you know, that's a cool one. I'm going to try to do that in this space. Or I like how that looks, but I'm going to change it a little bit and do it, you know, in another space. So these are for ideas. You can copy them exactly. I'm fine with that. But sometimes you don't know what you want until you see it, right? So I've got a lot of these, and I will post photos so that you can use them. That's the same one. That might be the last one right there. Yeah, so I'll post photos. I think that's it, y'all. Remember that you can use any material that you have. If you just have pencil and paper, you can still make this look really cool because you can fill in areas of black with your pencil, and you can have other areas of line. If you have other things laying around at home and you want to try those things out, please do. I like risk-taking over what it turns out to be anyway. So if you try something and it just turns out terribly, I will value the risk that you took over how it turned out, and you can explain that in a comment. And yeah, if you guys need help, please reach out to me. That's my whole job right now, is I'm at home and I'm replying to emails. I'm also cool. I've talked to a few students on the phone if you'd rather do that. I'm even scheduling some FaceTime appointments with my advanced students, so I can do that with you too. Just let me know anything that you need. I'm happy to help. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll post the photos, and that should be all that you need. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Yeah. All right, cool. I will talk to you guys later. Good luck on this project. Remember that one of your goals is to fill the page, so don't, I graded the scratch boards really, really leniently, and these will be graded leniently too, in that I know I'm not there to give you feedback. But if you're just giving me like 15 minutes of effort here, then, don't expect to get full credit for this one. I hope that you have fun with it, and, be creative. And I hope that it doesn't stress you out. I think it'll be a lot less stressful than the scratch board. But I'm glad that some of y'all did have fun with that one. All right. Contact me if you need help, okay?